Hello everyone and welcome. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use the Wick Candle Testing Lab workbook step by step. This workbook was designed to help candle makers organize their wick testing process, track burn performance, and identify the best wick for their candle formula. Inside the workbook, you'll be able to record burn testing results, automatically evaluate pass or fail performance, compare wick performance visually, identify your best performing wick, and troubleshoot common wick issues. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how to use each section and how to read the results. Let's start with this test setup section. This section defines the candle formula and wick options you are testing. For this example, let's enter a test candle. Next, you'll enter the wick sizes you want to test. For this example, we'll test CD10, CD12, CD14, and CD16. Once this section is filled in, the workbook now understands what candle formula and wick options you are testing. This information will automatically populate the testing area below. Now let's move down to the burn test results. This section is where you record the results of each burn test cycle. You will notice that the workbook already contains 24 testing rows. These rows are pre-numbered test cycles, so you don't need to manually create test numbers. The reason the workbook includes 24 test cycles is because wick testing requires multiple burn sessions to understand how the candle performs over time. Most candles require several burn sessions to evaluate things like melt pool development, flame stability, soot production, and overall burn performance. Each row represents one burn test session. Now let's record a sample burn test. From the wick drop-down menu, choose the wick being tested. For example, CD10. The wick drop-down automatically pulls from the wick sizes entered in the test setup that we just did up here. Next, record how long the candle burned. For example, I'm going to enter 3 hours. This represents one standard burn session. Now measure the melt pool diameter in inches. For example, I'm going to enter 2 inches. The melt pool helps determine whether the wick is too small, too large, or properly sized. Then we are going to log the flame height. For this example, I'm going to enter 0.8 inches. Flame height helps determine if the wick is producing a stable burn. Finally, select whether soot was observed. You can choose from yes or no. Once those values are entered, the workbook will automatically calculate pass or fail. This evaluation is based on burn performance and soot detection, so you don't have to manually determine the result. This helps make wick testing more objective and consistent. Now let's enter a few more test cycles so we can see how the dashboard updates. Now that we've recorded several burn tests, Let's look at the dashboard. The dashboard summarizes your testing results. At the top, you'll see metrics such as total Wick testing completed, successful test results, failed tests, and the best performing Wick. This allows you to quickly understand how your tests are performing. And the pie chart shows the overall pass versus fail ratio. This helps you quickly see whether your Wick testing is trending toward success or if adjustments may be needed. Next, the performance chart compares Wick sizes based on pass rate and average melt pull diameter. This makes it easier to visually compare Wick performance across multiple Wick sizes. Instead of manually reviewing each test row, the chart helps you quickly identify which Wick is performing the best. The workbook also highlights the top Wick recommendations. This section identifies which Wick achieved the highest pass rate and strongest burn performance. This helps guide your Wick selection when moving into production testing. And to the right here will be your best Wick recommendation out of the 3 over here. Of course, Wick testing may still require additional testing depending on your candle formula, fragrance load, and vessel size. But this section helps you quickly identify your strongest Wick candidates. The workbook also includes a troubleshooting guide. This guide helps you understand what may be causing common burn issues. For example, if the melt pool does not reach the edges, the wick may be too small. If the flame is too large, the wick may be too big. If you notice excessive soot, the wick may be oversized or the fragrance load may be too high. Each issue includes likely cause, what to check, and the recommended next step. This guide is meant to help candle makers make smarter test adjustments during the wick testing process. And that's how you use the Candle Wick Testing Lab workbook. By recording burn test cycles, tracking wick performance, and reviewing the dashboard results, you'll be able to make more informed wick selection decisions for your candle formulas. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And thank you for supporting Modern Digital by Kalia. See you next time. Bye!